Alright, hello everybody, this is Demon coming back for another round of Final Fantasy XIV's Endwalker. So, this will be the intro that I'm using for it for a while, guys, just because I'm probably going to be playing this straight and probably won't have time to do intros and outros. So, I hope everybody here enjoys, and thank you for watching this, and let's go ahead and start it right up. Alright everybody, welcome back for another round. Look at this! We fought Venant, we survived. Argos is now our buddy, and we talked to Venant, and we continue on. We gotta figure out what the hell Hermes was doing. So Argos will soon have us standing on the very spot where the Mattia made their departure into the night. With luck, we will learn something of Hermes' intentions. My hope is that we find no connection, no festering wish for oblivion, then we might have Hermes and his considerable expertise working for us, rather than against us. Let's move over to the edge before mounting, shall we? That will allow us to catch currents rising up from below and give us a smooth ride over to the isle. My puppy. Bye, Argos. That... As I said last episode, I feel like my idea of, like, this all being in the time frame, like, this is actually everything that does occur, strikingly makes me feel like it's more believable. I just don't understand, like, how Hydaelyn could have made a promise like that, or Venant at that time, promising that, and then telling us about it, but not really discussing it too much. It makes me quite curious. Climb on Argus back and we can be off. You know, I cannot honestly remember last time he carried anyone but me. Argus motioned to his back with his muzzle. You've been given the go-ahead to hop on. Yay. I got that popper. I got a popper. Isn't this pleasant? Argus certainly seems to think so. Of course he does. He's a freaking dog and he gets to fly. This is what every dog wishes it could do in real life, because then it could just stick its head out and just have wind blow through it. Now, what was the name of that tree? No, something. No Toforion? Quite a striking specimen, isn't it? That tree is in Shadowbringers. It's in Norvrant. I don't like that tree. That tree isn't trustworthy anymore. Right. I don't trust this tree at all. Tree's evil.
Quite a small place, lacking even the most basic equipment. The present may yield no clues, but we may yet try perusing the past. Have you done this before?
You mean the headaches?
So you cannot control the power freely. Worry not. I shall assist you.
Oh God, help me.
Come and stand before me.
I have brain damage.
There are two ways to see the past. The first entails peering through the walls of the soul in the moment a subject is recalling a memory. The second requires no subject, and is instead a process of piecing together an event from ripples left in the ambient ether. As memories are etched upon the ether of the soul, so too are they etched upon the ether of the world. In this way can history be preserved. Such memories are given to fading, however, and can prove challenging to visit. But come, let us try. Close your eyes.
All units fully functional and proceeding on course towards their respective stars.
Okay, that bitch creeping me out right now.
estimated time to completion of survey is 108 cycles. End of status report. Severing connection with shared consciousness. Did you hear that, Hermes? All is well.
Yes. Good tidings at long last. Every step of the way, I've been reminded how little we understand creation. How the universe defies imagination.
But soon we won't need to speculate. We'll know the answers. What others live for.
Indeed. And we'll owe it all to you and your sisters.
I wonder what answers we will get.
Whatever intelligent beings that exist out there are bound to be vastly different from us. Diverse in form and culture. Possessed of unique ways of thinking. Their conception of life and its purpose will be no exception. Completely and utterly unlike ours.
Utterly unlike... how?
I have no idea. Yet whatever answers we receive, I will not dismiss them out of hand. No. I will think earnestly on them all. And I will share them with our people, that together we may contemplate our own existence. Perhaps then our star will become a better place. Not only for man, but for all life. Meteion, though I gave you wings to soar the heavens, I did not teach you how to walk the earth. So loath was I to bind another living being. In the course of your long journey, you will learn from those you meet. Learn to walk and run and so much more. And when you return, older and wiser, we will have a celebration to mark your homecoming and coming of age both.
Will there be apples? Covered in syrup?
And how are you supposed to eat them? Rather than food, perhaps... a flower. Yes. Upon your return, I will gift you a beautiful flower.
So, what is your opinion?
Hermes wouldn't wish for the final days. Hermes is a gentle soul, and yet I couldn't say just by that moment alone.
I'm inclined to agree. As we had suspected, the two are somehow involved. Yet 'tis difficult to believe that they would deliberately seek to end all life. In light of this, I propose that we reveal your tale to Hermes himself. If he does not wish for the final days, as we believe, he may well join us in pursuing a solution. Then it is settled. Let us seek out our friend with all swiftness. 'Twould not do to let such a pure soul be blackened by tragedy.
They gotta quit with that goddamn piano, man. There are any number of places where Hermes might be in Elpis. But what could do more than Tis Hyperborea, the largest facility of sands in the Athalikios, Boras, Nordna? I wonder, for an institution which claims to studiously research every species that's released in the world, do you not question how they find room for all of them on so few islands? The answer lies with Katisis itself. I touched upon the practice before back at the archives, where a vast area is stitched together out of multiple conceptual spaces. The same holds true for the interior of this facility and its magically constructed environs. 'Tis there, with those sprawling habitats, that the chief overseer and most of Elpis' observers conduct the bulk of the work. Come the simplest route via the teleporter north of Pation Oikos. I'm just like trying to fully grasp and understand. Oh my god. Ow. I'm still trying to fully grasp the knowledge of this place. My brain is trying to make sense of everything, and it makes me truly wonder if this is all. Is this still everything? That even though they're saying this time will be separate from ours, how connected is it? Because it could be connected. Maybe that's why Emmett acts the way he does towards us. Because he heard it from us. So if he heard us sit there and say, yeah, that's how you acted when I saw you, and he goes, no, I would never act like that. It's but we tell him he acts like that. He plays the part. Because he knows that if he doesn't, the final days will destroy the source. So that maybe that's why he puts faith in us. Hydaelyn calls us his new old friend. That would explain why he does the things that he does. My brain hurts right now. That actually sounds honestly believable. And if it is... Words of light hang in the air, systems might be recently activated, yeah. That would mean Emmett played the part perfectly. That would be great. Ah, good. Teleport acknowledge you as my guest. You should now have the authority to use it as you wish. As for the way to Katisis Hyperborea, we follow this path, then turn left at the crossroads. Let's sit there and see. If he acts like that, then why would Findaniel wish for the end of the world? Or better yet, Hermes. Unless something goes on that he has to do to try to stop the end. I would have to rewatch the episode where we kill Zodiark to truly fully grasp what he said. I got a lion after me. I'm running away in fear. I'm just gonna run as far over as I can. Please don't hit me. I'm alive! I wonder how packed this place was originally. There must have been a lot of people here. Here we are, the grandest research facility in Elpis. We should head inside and ask after Hermes' whereabouts. Hermes is at another facility as we've just discovered. Emmett? Validus? Furthermore, we confirmed that his studies into Dynamis as well as his creation of Meteon were entirely private pursuits. No one else we spoke with appeared to possess the chief's depth of knowledge on the subject, and neither did we hear any tales of stolen research. Which means that if Hermes himself harbors no desire to bring down an apocalypse, then we might be recruited to help prevent one. Or so saith the illustrious Emmett Selk. According to your story, the 14 divined connection between the celestial currents and the final days. We're never able to pinpoint the root cause of the calamity. With our people's greatest minds, not to mention Hydaelyn' sharp eyes, committed to the pursuit of a solution, such an outcome seems inconceivable. The only possible explanation is the nature of the catalyst was so inexplicable that even we failed to perceive it. And what better fits that description than the invisible, intangible Dynamis? Which in turn leads us to our next question. How did Hermes, in his role as Fandaniel, not recognize the subject of his own research? We must assume that he either knew and was unable to help, or that he was otherwise prevented from identifying the cause in the first place. At this juncture, all we can do is speculate. To be clear, the Convocation does not tolerate acts of deception or malice. We are practicing perceiving truth and would have known had Fandaniel lied to us. Hermes has no conscious wish for world end. Of that I am certain. The Saints have more of the tale after all. We conduct an investigation of our own, you see. How confident we have reached the exact same conclusion. I have seen no reason to delay further. Tis time we brought Hermes into the fold, as it were. Thank you for understanding. Yeah, I get to tell him thank you. Save your thanks. I not say I believed your ridiculous story, but as Emmett Silk, I have a duty to examine any potential threat to our existence, no matter how ludicrous or personally offensive I may find it. That means he believes it. That would be amazing still, though, if that was the reason why he acted that way, is because he believed us. How lovely, our married duo has become a quartet. Past disagreements are no reason to reject collaboration in here, and I recommend Emmett Silk for his practicality. Friend, do not approach me, do not speak to me, and do not dare presume to treat me as a friend. I am merely carrying out my duty. Friend. I think time for leisure exploration has passed. If I have a moment to adjust my vision. Oh god, my eyes. Okay, better. There he is. On the next, however, Meteon is with him. Hermes appears to be in the midst of his observational study, but I suggest we hurry over before they venture elsewhere. Head straight down the path. We can teleport the Mesopsis Euros from device at the bottom of the slope. This stuff is freaking hilarious. So Emmett actually believes us. Oh, I shot like carrying out my duty. I'm like, no you don't. You're just pissed off because I kicked your ass. On the other hand, if this is all correct timeline stuff, he played the villain so well. It's beyond ludicrous how well he played it. Maybe Hydaelyn wouldn't remember because, you know, being in the situation that he's in, he wouldn't know. This appears to be teleporter. Yeah. So it would make sense if he, like, truly didn't remember everything. All he would be able to see is the soul, so that's about as far as his conclusion could reach. Friend, what do you expect me to praise you in your progress? On the contrary, I'm simply surprised you made it this far. Then again, with you slowing her down, there's no denying Vanada's accomplished researcher. Her wealth of wisdom and experience is unmatched in her achievements and creation magics. And any field, frankly, are nothing short of extraordinary, though the singular brilliance which sets her apart can make her motives somewhat impenetrable at times. As her student and successor puts it, she's a force of nature, at once so close and at the same time so very distant. Isopis Euros is interested in the only region Elpis which lacks a researcher hub. This is largely due to the nature of observation sites, within which they let loose creatures anticipated to be unruly and dangerous. I've also heard that the area is kept deliberately sparse in the event that, well, let's just say that no one should live near the teleporter, which provides access to a certain facility. They're close by within the Hungering Gardens. That would be the circular enclosure you see just up ahead. Well then, Heidi, make yourself useful and bring Hermes out here to us. If I were to go, he would assume I was only there to press him on Fandaniel matters. Of all of us present, you stand the best chance of convincing him to put aside his work for the moment. The Creation Center are not exactly... And again, perhaps Heidi can handle them. She did survive a bout with a knot, after all. Off you go to find Hermes, but do be prepared to come to blows with the Gardens of Eorzeans. I don't want to die. No, he has nothing to add. Something needs to go into the hangar and speak with Hermes, and it seems Emmett itself has on the duty for the task. Oh, that's so kind of him. I'm gonna die. He plays the villain part well, but Nod plays the hero role well, and it's an idea is that all three of them agree to act this way as to achieve the best possible. Oh my god. Stranger danger, stranger danger. Wait a minute, these creepy bitches kind of do remind me of those things. The Tay were those freaking giant mouthed ones, or the calmest one of the group. Oh god. Gotcha, bitch. Alright, my goal is to sneak through here with the greatest possibility of success. Run fast. Kiko, come on! Where the hell would he be at? Don't see him over there. North side? Assume that player's doing the same thing I am. Where are they at? This is really stupid. I don't actually like this because I gotta go look for them, but I don't know where the hell they're at. I feel like they should just mark it on the map instead of just saying search. That's a dumb ability. How the hell would I ever be on your side? Right, I'm looking around the edge, but I don't see him at the edge. He had to be somewhere like over here. Yeah, I don't know how much of a fan I am of this. Especially when they keep spawning in enemies on me. I'm not a big fan of this. I preferred if they didn't keep spawning enemies, because then I actually could search. I don't feel like I get enough time to really search. I wasn't supposed to kill all these things. Where's he at? I'm gonna zoom all the way out and hope for the best. Oh, there he is. I ran by him at one point, I guess. Hey, where'd you come from? Hey, what are you doing here? I thought you were keeping Hydaelyn and I'm itself company. No, I came to look for you. For the matter, and unrelated to my decision on Hydaelyn to say, then yes, I will come as soon as my work here is finished. It won't be long, I promise, but you should really wait outside the garden with the others. There's no place for idle exploration. Why are you doing idle exploration? I'm gonna go right over here. Like my ass. Yeah, I don't know how much of a fan I am of them just constantly spawning enemies. That was kind of, like, I'd be okay if it did it maybe 2 or 3 times, but just the consistent spawning in of new enemies. Like, I know I have to search for them, but without a marker being clear, like, you go to the other side, and I ran past them, so I must be blind. But nonetheless, I just hate the idea of just constant spawning enemies. It's just irritating to me. Like, if I anger the ones in there, fine, I'm okay with that, but just spawning in new ones, it's kind of lame. I was prepared to swoop in if need be, but to clear you have faced your fair share of monstrous opponents. Yep. What is that ghastly odor? Bite my ass. Spoke with Hermes then? Yeah, we were briefly entangled with Eorzeans and Hungarians as well, I see, or should I say smell. I do not speak for certain convocation members, but I for one am impressed with your fortitude. Well done indeed. Now that you've convinced Hermes to confer with us, let us pray that things will soon take a turn for the better. For as fascinating as it would seem to meet the Emetzel who would recreate Almarod in the depths of the ocean, I think it's best for the concern if such tragic events never came to pass, be it in our future or your past, assuming yours is not truly written in stone. Naive hope that is. You know, why have I always so forward-thinking? I simply wish to enjoy all that life has to offer. I am it. Hermes said he would not be long, yes, and we shall wait here until he emerges.
My apologies for keeping you waiting. I understand there is a matter you wish to discuss.
Aye. A matter of the utmost gravity. If one can suspend disbelief. Go on then. Tell him what you told us. Who you are and why you came.
The final days.
The phenomena observed during these star-encompassing calamities is likely the product of a dynamis reaction. And none is more versed in the applications of this energy than you, Hermes. I must stress that we do not believe you would desire such destruction. We come not to lodge accusations, but to beg your wisdom. And so, distressing though the exercise may be, I ask that you share with us your opinion on the matter, on the assumption that our visitor's tale is true.
Even you, Vana. As you say, the phenomena observed in the two calamities may both be attributed to dynamis. Of note is the difference in its effect. In the first final days, it warped creation magics. In the second, it warped the people themselves. The key variable, I suspect, is the etheric density of the men of each age. As you know, ether, in essence, negates dynamis. Harboring high concentrations of ether, we ancients cannot readily manipulate dynamis, nor be manipulated by it. Therefore, rather than ourselves, the calamity affected our magics. In contrast, having been sundered, the people of the future are composed of but a fraction of our ether. Thus are they susceptible to the influence of dynamis and its transformative potential. But that would explain only the mechanism, not the cause. Though perhaps...
What is it? Even should it be a hypothesis, we would hear it.
dynamis is an energy put in motion by feelings. Feelings for which there must first exist a source. A source to which the victims must be attuned. One that harbors the selfsame negative emotions. Elsewise it could not be the agent of such extreme change.
So it wasn't the stagnation of the celestial currents. Someone, or something, is instigating the star's demise.
So, we've a villain on our hands after all. Any idea who or what it could be?
The celestial currents comprise the outermost layer of the star's ether, encasing it like a protective sphere. According to your tale, 'Twas where the currents were weakest that the phenomena first manifested. If the inciting factor came from without Aetheris, then its effects would first be seen in those locations.
Greetings. Can you hear me?
Creepy bitch. I don't like her anymore.
Do not be alarmed. I mean you no harm. I wish only to hear your words, share your feelings, know your thoughts.
Ooh.
May we please be friends?
Meteon. What is it?
Executing scheduled task, suspending individual self and connecting to shared consciousness. Connection established. Commencing status report.
Steady, Meteon. Steady.
So scared. So lonely. The pain. It's too much. Why? Why do we? They hurt.
Oh.
This is wrong. All wrong.
What the
Gone?
fuck?
But how?
She has altered her etheric density in order to blend in with her surroundings, an ability for avoiding confrontation.
Most effective. Frustratingly so. I can't see her either. Not even a trace.
Stay away. Please. This is wrong. My mistake. So please.
Are you all right? In your mind? No. We only heard her speak the instant before she vanished.
Of course. When communicating without words, Meteon also employs dynamis. That will explain why you were able to hear her when we could not.
Then you are our best chance of finding her. Follow her voice and try to track her down. Hindered though we may be, let us split up and search as well.
I think we know what caused the final days back on Aetheris in the future. Holy shiza. I like this. Alright everybody, I'm ending this episode. You know why? Because I want to play the next one. I'm playing this till 9 o'clock. This is perhaps some of the most amazing shit I've ever seen in my life. I gotta keep playing. Holy crap. I was like, maybe she connect. Maybe something goes on with the creepy bitch. You know, just because, you know, God's is a little bit of a douche sometimes. People make fun games like this. Yeah. Turns out the thing I didn't say actually happened. I was like, she just seems so creepy. I was just like, there has to be something that she connects to. Maybe it is her. And then bam, it happened. I was like, holy crap, it's getting real. So without that, everybody, say hello to Passy means he gives the outro, and I run around next episode trying to find Meteon in the hopes that I don't have to see her go black-eyed again, because that was creepy as shit, and I never want to see that again. So, see you next. Alright, everybody, this is Demon telling you goodbye. I hope everybody enjoyed this episode of Endwalker. Again, I probably won't get too lucky and have too many like openings because there's gonna be so many people playing Endwalker. So I'm doing a custom little outro for it this time around. So as I always sit there and say, please like, subscribe, leave a comment down below, and I'll see you guys then. Thanks.